What's up, sports fans, and welcome to the Sports Shack, hosted by Kerr and myself, Buddy Burnz. Right now, we're going to get into one of the hottest topics floating around in the Sports Shack, and that's who's the hottest team in the NHL right now. So who do you think, Jay's the hottest team in the NHL?
Boston.
Yeah, everybody's saying Boston. Well, and they have been. In November, they've been fucking tearing it up. But everybody's forgetting Minnesota. Minnesota's the first place team in the West, and they're leading the league right now with 37 points. So to me, they pretty much have the
hottest
same
team, and like
they pretty much have the same record as
but you take a look at the
Bruins in the last 10 games.
Boston's beating like top tier teams. It's not like Boston is facing the dregs of the East.
Boston, two of those wins were against my beloved Leafs, and they fucking pounded us.
Exactly.
And actually, 4 of their fucking wins have been beating up the Leafs. So,
really, it started with beating up the Leafs.
Yeah. So, you're telling me that the quality that they faced with the Leafs, that was like high-end quality? They beat us up, bro.
The Leafs are actually a half-decent team.
I know they are, bro. But when we play against Boston, we don't fucking do shit.
Because Boston's that good.
No, because we don't play. If we play their style hitting, we're not hitters, bro. We don't have.
It's not even about it. They're just vastly superior.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I think it's
at
Minnesota.
Every position they're better.
Minnesota's been playing fucking outstanding.
They have better defensemen, deeper forwards, better defensemen, and a better goalie. You're talking about everything about the fucking team is better at Boston.
That's their fucking.
And the thing is, they're consistent, whereas
their
the Leafs
backbone is their goaltending.
But you know what? The Leafs aren't consistent. They just came off winning
a
good game in Rangers. Then they come home and they fucking shit the bed in the first period against.
Buddy, who's Boston's best player?
I would say Zdeno Chara.
Okay.
The guy's probably
who's their most offensive player?
Well, right now it's Tyler Seguin.
Yeah, and that's it. No, it's the kid. The kid. And Milan Lucic. He's the second point getter.
But they spread it around. They have all kinds of guys that are scoring. You know, they have Bergeron, they have Marchand, they have Krejci, Lucic.
Well, Minnesota has Koivu, Heatley, Collin, Clutterbuck. These are all guys that got already like 8 goals already this season.
Which is odd. You think
they're scoring by?
Clutterbuck doesn't have 9 goals.
I bet you he does. 8 goals probably, not 9.
I'm surprised Gucci doesn't have as many points. You know.
He does. He does have.
You put Gucci there, and you think he's doing good.
He doesn't
though.
Yeah, he's got like 5 goals at least.
5 goals is nothing after 25 games. In fantasy, he's fucking donkey shit. You know what I mean? People don't even pick him up on their teams.
So what team do you think is not hot in the NHL?
I'd say Washington.
Washington, eh? They're really stinking it up right now. Ovechkin isn't doing nothing.
I think we have to finally say, like, Ovechkin's the most overrated player in the planet on any sport. On any sport, he's the most overrated player.
Mr. Big, he's
basically the guy who's saying that he's the second best in hockey.
Well, the NHL was saying that it was in their best interest, considering.
But I think most people would agree who's the best
Sidney
in hockey.
Crosby, their #1 guy, was out for so many things, so he had to hold it up.
I think most people will say Ovechkin's the second best. Ovechkin's on pace for 60 points. 60. In an 80-game season, he's not even a point per game. He's like getting 2 points every 3 games.
I'm not gonna call him a plumber just yet, because I'll wait until the second half of the season and see what he can do.
He's still shooting 4 or 5 pucks a game on net. He's just not.
He's not getting his lucky bounces. That's it.
And there's a reason for that. It's because you know what? He's completely predictable. When he takes this shot, get out of the way.
Yeah, and every time the guy's on the ice, he's facing the best forecheckers that the other team has to offer.
That's not an excuse, okay? Because you know what? Every top player in the league faces that. No? Is that not true?
Yeah, it's true.
Right?
I'm just saying, I'm giving him, you're already calling him out, I'm just saying I'm going to give him a little bit of a chance before I agree with what you're saying. That's all I'm
Last year
saying.
he had like 80 points in 82. People think he's a 100 to 120 point guy.
So can't he be a streaky player? There's so many players that are streaky
It's like
players.
a year and a half now almost. You know what I mean? Already Alexander Semin is getting kicked out the door on that team. They benched him. You know what I mean? He's healthy scratch every game now. You won't see him again. The team's getting carried by Backstrom.
Backstrom's a G.
Backstrom's their best player, I mean, by far. And probably one of the best players in the league.
Top 15, easy.
For forwards, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, another topic in the NHL: running goalies.
Seems to be happening. Teams are getting more desperate. They're crashing, but I really think it's because the goalies are coming further out of their net to cut down the angles. And you don't want to know who the best is at doing that?
Who?
Ryan Miller. That guy, you rarely will see him getting run over in his crease. He's always outside the crease getting run over.
What a coincidence. Jordan Tutu hit him on Saturday night, and he got 2-game suspension for that by Shanny.
Well, you know what? Shanny knows that Buffalo has nobody to help Ryan Miller, so he's throwing them a bone.
Yeah, but what about the hit that fucking put Ryan Miller in the first?
He was 15 feet out of his goal. It's not more. It's not 30 feet out of his goal.
Okay, what about the hit on Reimer in the beginning of the season? That actually fucked up the Leafs. That's the same kind of fucking play.
But the refs called the penalty. It wasn't goalie interference. It was charging. That's why they looked into it. It's a difference.
And really, it was just something like hit him in the head.
Yeah.
I didn't try to. It just
Every
clipped
time
him in the head.
Tutu, there was intent.
Yeah, but he didn't even. He just charged him.
But the penalty was charging. It wasn't
he
goalie
actually
interference.
jumped over him.
So they treated it different.
He doesn't even actually hit his head or nothing. He doesn't even really.
But he doesn't even try to stop either, right?
No, you see him diving. So you agree with the 2 games?
Oh yeah, I mean you gotta start sending the message that you could go hard to the net, but honestly you have to remember that the goalie's there and you can't just go in there reckless abandonment.
No shit. They're trying to protect players with.
There is, but there's consequences to your actions. If you go in there and you stop, fine, and you get a goal, good for you. But if you go in there, you don't get that goal, and you don't stop, you get the penalty. And if it's bad enough, you get suspended. It's risk and reward. Either you get the goal, you get the assist, you somehow your team scores, your team's better off, or you get a penalty and you're suspended.
Well, we'll see, because there's a lot of games coming up by the next time we do our show, and it seems to work when you run the goalie. You know what I mean? Let's see if more people do it. Other teams, they'll take the 2 games.
Oh yeah.
And let's see how it is, right? Because if it's 2 games, they'll send their Colton Orr in and fucking take the goalie. Who gives a shit?
The thing is, they already know that a guy like Colton Orr wouldn't be able to score even if he ran the goalie out of the fucking building. He still doesn't have the hands to score in an empty net. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we'll just end our show there then. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Check out our website, www.thesportsshack.ca.
We say it, we play it. Later.